I'm starting to see something that's making me really hopeful, where it's like a subsection of indie. You know, a lot of indies have been able to create like these $1 million sellers and stuff like that, and really done a lot to bring indie into the mainstream consciousness, which is super huge. But now we're also starting to see like some indie, almost like AA studios, and there's a lot of people who are aiming for that. But where most of my interest lies, and what I'm very curious is going to happen in reaction to in the next few years, are the people that are sort of in the alt game space, who are on the fringes. They're doing challenging work. They're doing completely different format work. They're not going to be doing the routes to the well-worn routes to indie success of like showing at PAX and getting specific presses and trying to win IGFs. They're like, I'm going to completely take a right turn and onto this frontier and see what's there. And I think we're starting to see more infrastructure to support that, which is vital to the, it's just completely vital. Something like itch.io, which makes, it's like a publishing platform other than Steam. Like we need other distribution methods than Steam, just because so many people think Steam means this one thing, and just we need meaningful alternatives that sort of are willing to take risks. And we need more infrastructure for people who don't fit into the sort of progress path of like, you know, make your game, start showcasing it at cons, and get it on Steam. We need other routes to sustainability. And I think Patreon's another huge example of that. And I think that there needs to be more support for web games as well, because like being able to embed your games online, you solve all cross-platform issues, you get distribution becomes so much easier, the barrier to entry in terms of interacting with it becomes much lower. And I'm very much interested in seeing where that goes and seeing where that accessibility can take and affect the general landscape of people playing games, because the easier they are to get into, I think the more people will see take video games as seriously as we do, and see, oh, hey, you know, it's trying to change this cultural perception of video games are Mario, Angry Birds, and Call of Duty, when there's so many more things going on. And I'm very interested in basically growth and branching out in different directions rather than the well-worn paths, which are great. It's so good that indies are getting out there and getting up there.